Data holds immense potential for business benefits, and not surprisingly, every company is building their own data science teams. But where does one get started, and how to tackle the numerous challenges that are encountered while scaling these teams? That will be the focus of this video, and we'll also find out what differentiates teams that stagnate and wither off versus others who thrive and succeed. I'll also share some practical learnings from our journey at Graham over the last 7 years. So there are organizations who might choose to build an entire data science practice organically, and there are others who build a core team and then augment it with external analytics providers. But all these teams go through three distinct stages of growth. There are specific focus areas needed in terms of business use cases, mix of skills, and hiring strategies in each of these stages. And we'll see that. There's also an interesting parallel between this and how our forefathers built shelters over time. Stage 1 is what we'll call a makeshift camp. The best way to bootstrap a data science practice is by diving right in by picking some top challenges and with the available set of tools. Analytics is a long journey. Rather than boiling the ocean, it is best to pick those most urgent and important business use cases with a time-bound objective and that can deliver business ROI. The initial team has to be staffed with generalists, people who have moderate skills but in many areas, say statistics, domain, programming, and design. And this is better than going for experts in just one or two areas. The key need is for survivors who thrive in scarcity, who can wear multiple hats and can dynamically tackle challenges thrown at them. Hiring of such startup stage superstars needs to be unconventional. Look at your network, tap into them, scout for them in events, and send out feelers through technology evangelists. And these people don't come in for the job or its perks, but for unborn challenges that feed their raw passion. In a house building analogy, we are in the Stone Age. Cavemen built basic functional homes to satisfy a physiological need, with generalist skills to identify campsites, gather raw materials, and put together crude architectures. The key mantra was just to get the job done. Not very different from the initial stage for data science teams. Over months, makeshift camps evolved into thatched houses, which is our stage 2. Having won initial victories by demonstrating ROI and having established a purpose, the teams can now fan into adjacent use cases by expanding the scope of operation and deepening partnership with users. The initial pilots can now expand into initiatives which span a few quarters or a year. The pursuit of specialization can slowly begin in a couple of areas, such as, say, sales analytics or skill areas like natural language processing. The intent is to showcase incremental ROI that can bring in the additional business investments needed. While generalists can continue to run the show, the hiring of specialists has to be done by expanding the channels such as hackathons, specialized finishing schools, and also by upskilling in-house folks into data science. And these teams can be organized around these specializations while keeping the vision broad and the response nimble. In a house building analogy, as humans marched on, the sophistication of constructions went up with more effective raw materials and additional specialized roles like masons. Though there was an urge to do a little more, function and purpose reigned supreme. After many months, a few years of maturity, data science teams hit stage 3, which we'll call Palatial Homes. The teams are essentially now sophisticated business units. With deep expertise in domains and multiple data science skills, the team is ready to tackle deep, complex business challenges. No longer faced with existential threats, the team's mandate can be deeply interwoven with that of the business objectives long term. The organization of teams can be into horizontals or technical centers of excellence, or as a matrix organization with even closer business alignment. Cast the hiring net wide and far to look for big numbers of specialists by opening up conventional channels. And at this stage, a delicate balancing act has to be taken in terms of early generalists versus the specialists, breadth versus depth, and also dynamism versus a process-driven culture. And in our house building analogy, we are in the modern age and we have specialized organizations which also operate at scale across areas such as design, architecture, engineering, and so on. With form and function taken for granted, the ask is for finer aspects such as elegance and usability, not very different from the expectations of mature data science solutions. So in summary, we have seen the three stages of evolution of data science teams. They initially take baby steps and get started quick and dirty to accomplish specific small business objectives. And then they evolve to take measured strides by specializing in few areas, building the muscle, and delivering bigger business benefits. Finally, they mature to pace a marathon by using data science as a differentiating strategy for business benefits. And the focus here is on business value, process, and consistency. Hope you found this useful. Please share your comments, questions below. Bye until next time.